Welcome to the Nigel MacLean podcast. Speaking nothing but raw truth. So listen.
Real close. Pay attention.
Hello, everyone. Now, I have something to ask you. When is everybody gonna finally wake up and go, hey, you know what? There's no such thing as Canada. There's no such thing as the United States. This is all just a bunch of a bullshit. Like, this is all silliness. When are we gonna wake up and be intelligent beings and, stop classifying and labeling things and move forward and create a more sophisticated, more advanced, less idiotic society with all the, without all these dumb perceptions and beliefs, I mean, let's face the facts. The whole province idea, the way that the government's structured, everything, the way that everything's done right now is based off of a culture and of society of dumbfounded people who don't even know what is going on. So I'm not trying to offend anybody or hurt your feelings. Just let's get real, okay? There's some serious issues that we have to deal with that have nothing to do with political stuff, that have to do with like all these little tiny small scale things. I'm talking like we got solar flare issues with the sun. We got supermassive volcanoes and earthquakes and like storms and asteroids that we have to worry about. Those are the real issues. So until we decide to put all this crap aside and just be intelligent beings, and it doesn't have to be everybody. I just mean at least a good enough amount of people so we can direct the rest of the future or the generations to come, so we can give them something. Let's do it for the kids. Like, we can give them a society that is not dumbfounded off these idiotic ideas, these dumb perceptions, beliefs, and ideologies. Just a society that is self-aware of the fact that they are on a planet and that they're tailing behind a supermassive nuclear explosion that's not really stable. And we don't blind ourselves from the night sky at night. We keep the street lights off so we can see where we're at. We can actually see, like, oh, look at where we're at. Look at that crazy infinity, that amazingness. People are so disconnected from that. If we just spent less time going on and worrying about religion and money and politics and all this crap, and we sat down and we just did things intelligently. We weren't emotionally unstable. We were at peace. We were meditative. We were intelligent. We were like beings that had a brain, not a dumb little monkey that doesn't know what to do with itself. Intelligent beings that can direct the course of a proper future for a civilization on a planet. Like, when is there going to be a time when we are intelligent beings? When we no longer do these weird things that don't even, it's like we can be so far beyond the things that we are doing. And I'm not trying to diminish like the things that people have done so far, but if you really think about it, what have we really done? We take electrical signals and make little devices so we can travel it through where, like, there's nothing to be amazed about that. It's just stuff that you can do. All right. If we spend less time being amazed about things and more time about getting on with it instead of trying to congratulate one another like, I invented the camera, let's praise him. Let's just get on with it and advance and move on and advance and make things better and drop money. Because you really think a smart, intelligent society that is advanced in living planet to planet and traveling the cosmos has money? Only an idiotic, stupid society uses money, if you think about it. We can do everything on a daily basis that we normally do without money. But you see, that negative mind, oh no, we can't. That's the problem. That is literally the problem. Like, it doesn't exist. So, and materialism, when are people going to give up materialism? Like, seriously, think about it. Like, oh, well, money, blah, 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 money, stuff. Who cares? When, if we're super advanced, we have technology that can give you whatever physical item that you want. And it's like, okay, what is the true value in things? The true value in things is just the pure true value in things that you actually need. But it's like people have this weird thing of like stuff. Like, I want the big fancy expensive, like what even is that? Like a bunch of people get together. It's all about like selfish self-interest when you think about like money and what it does to people. It's pretty gross. Like why does everybody go and make these big expensive extravagant things and make it like that? Because everybody wants a benefit for themselves. Well, if I do this, I'll get this for me. But what if it was the other way around rather than self-interest? What if it was giving for everyone else around you? Like, rather than taking everything for me, what if everybody was just to try to help, and do everything for everybody else? It would work the same. It's just it would be backwards or inside out. It's just everybody's used to doing it this one way. It honestly seems like the dumb monkey way. See, I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just gonna freestyle this one. This is just gonna be a freestyle. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna call it, but basically, if you looked at humans in our society as, like, if you were to look at it from the satellite view, the International Space Station, and you look and you're thinking like, what are they really doing down there? They're living and dying. They're using resources. They're moving around, and like, where are they moving around to? Like, what are they really doing? Like, why? It's like people forget why they build cities and stuff. It's like, well, we need to like when people didn't have the infrastructure that they have right now. Let's say if you're like a hunter gatherer and you get enough people together and you go, hey, you know what? We can make this place awesome. We could have like toilets, running water, electricity. And all these things, it will be nice and clean and organized, and things will be nice and sophisticated. And then it's like when everybody finally gets it, it's like it's not enough. They get spoiled by it. There's this thing where like the generation dies off who went through who knew appreciation for it, and then the new generation that comes in that doesn't know the appreciation. They were just born into it. It seems like that's an issue. Being born into something and not learning appreciation towards the aspect of your surroundings. That creates problems. It's like the dad that started out with nothing. He got really rich, and then he brought his son up in a way where his son just had absolutely everything, and he didn't teach him moral and core values to appreciate things. And he just like running around like a little spoiled shit, not appreciating nothing. He's just a little fuckhead. It's like that. That's kind of like what happens to people, like, let's say before the internet or before there were like these touchscreen cell phones, and it was just like tube TVs, and then you slowly progress and move on to this thing. But like, people, like kids who are born at 5 years old and all they see are these flat screens and these touch screens and everything, it's just normal. They never even preconceived the idea what it would have been like without it. They wouldn't even think about it. So it's almost like we need some type of system in society that teaches people how to know core values and not lose core values and things. Like, there should be a place where people go where they know how to grow food. They learn how to grow food. They know what you need, like, and to kill an animal and to skin it and to eat it and to know what you're really doing, rather than, like, to know the core value and the pure the actual reality of things, rather than everything being blanketed. And because like when you literally have to kill something, anything to you need to consume to live. So you can kill a plant, you eat it, you devour it, you use this energy, you become it, you do it to an animal. And people, it's like they lose sense of the reality of the situation. So it's almost like we need a place where you can show people how to make electricity. You can show them how to like the core base elements of things to allow you to appreciate what you have and what is around you, you know. But I feel like we're in a really weird time in life where we're in between trying to figure out how to live life and have the society in a certain way where we don't use money anymore and our technology just kind of does everything for us, creates everything for us, and we don't really have to do anything anymore. And we're in this really weird time where we're about to become something or we're about to do something and we're not really sure what it is. We're like we're morphing into a butterfly. We don't know what the butterfly looks like. You know, it's like we're slowly building up to this point and we don't really know where it's going. But imagine if, let's just say we woke up one morning and everybody had a psychedelic experience and they were profoundly changed. Everybody was nicer. People didn't give a shit about, they didn't care about materialism anymore. Everybody wanted to help one another. No one had like their own selfish interests and everybody was for everyone else. And maybe not everybody, but enough people where it was like 10 million people. We all got together and we just built an amazing city to prove to everybody else what is possible. A city where it doesn't pollute. It does these recycling things. It has biodegradable materials. It does all these amazing things where it's in harmony with nature. And is in a balance with nature, a technological way that's peaceful with nature, that's not destructive, where everybody is doing good. There's no money involved. The whole thing is made up off of just everybody has a certain position, a certain thing. Everybody loves what they're doing. I'm sure we could do that. You know, there's people who work at McDonald's that just want to paint or they just want to carve wood and make nice little cases for you to put your jewelry in. Like everybody has a thing that they want to do. So as a sophisticated society, I think it's our duty to figure out where everyone's place is, not in a controlling way that pushes them to do something because of money. It should just be strictly like right by just the way that you love it. And I'm sure it could be done. Anything could be done. It's just, when is it going to be when a bunch of intelligent minds get together and decide to make an amazing society that cares more about deflecting asteroids and declares war on the asteroids and war with the sun rather than with each other? You know, when are we going to decide to do that and become more sophisticated and figure out ways to make our species be extended and not exterminated? Because we have almost been extinct gone extinct so many times. It's terrifying. But I'm not scared of it. Fear is just an illusion. I just mean the idea of it to most people is terrifying. So with that terrifyingness, wouldn't it be logical for us to, you know, get past all of this ideologies of race and religion and countries and resources and just put all that shit aside and finally just, you know, create a new society of new ways of doing everything and go like, hey, you know what? We need to protect our planet and ourselves. And we need to, you know, get ourselves to the moon, get ourselves to other planets. We need to set up bases. We need to be able to make sure that if something terrible happens on our planet, we can survive somewhere else for 1,000 years so we can come back to it after the planet settles from its crazy destruction, something that's happened. Like an asteroid impact can take 1,000 to a few thousand years for everything to settle and go back to normal, or like a hot age and an ice age. We should be able to leave and come back or live in massive underground cities. We could be doing so much, but we're just these, you know, it's like a bunch of silly ants that don't know what they're doing. No direction. We're just kind of all over the place, you know. I'm just wondering, when is it that we are going to finally decide to move forward and get over this gap, get over this this thing that's holding us back, this it's like an arrogance or like a greed or a selfishness or a narrow-mindedness. I imagine something that would need to take place. Like everybody would have to have a DMT trip or a mushroom trip. One day, everybody needs to come to a realization all at once, and then come together as like a hive mind and be like, yeah, let's change shit now. Like let's start doing it now, not on the momentum of money or anything. We just look at the resources that we have. We look at the things that we have and what we can build from there. And we don't do it off the momentum of money. We do it off the momentum of the love and appreciation for everyone's individual job that we are each in love with and that we're good at. We just need to find we need to find out what jobs we need, who's going to love doing those jobs, fill in those places. And then maybe there's going to be a few shit jobs that nobody wants to do. But if every single person puts in an hour towards it, like once a week and enough people, then everybody can just, there's things that we don't like doing. Like someone, for an example, like Wim Hof, he hates going in the cold, but it does so much for him. It keeps him from getting sick. It keeps him strong and mentally stable. So he does it. He hates doing it, but he does it because it makes him feel good. So that's what a shitty job would be like. Rather than being paid nothing and your life going nowhere and everything's just turmoil, you would be pitching in for the betterment of society. And it would just be like a little bit. Every person would do a little bit for the shitty jobs, but overall we would have our own appointed places where we all love doing what we do. And the whole idea behind the society and civilization would be the advancement and the getting better of it all. Like our goal would be to just get better as a society, to get better as a species, to develop and make things more sophisticated so we can protect our planet from the sun and from asteroids, and we can ensure to our great grandchildren that we don't have to worry, that we got this finally, but we go through an asteroid like a bunch of asteroids twice a year for like a week or two at a time. And they say, it's like putting on a blindfold and running through the freeway rush hour. It's like, oh my God, we should be ready for this. We should have plans implemented, but it's like we're doing nothing. We're like sitting ducks, just do. And at any time we could get squashed, It's crazy. We could be doing so much more. But what is it going to take? Are we just going to end up like the other civilizations? In 1,000 years from now, another civilization will grow and develop, and maybe the whole world looks like China or North Korea, and there's only one government or one whatever. And then they look at all this stuff. They see all the pyramids and everything, but then they see like our monuments. They see like the obelisk in Washington, and they see like the White House and all these old these old churches that lasted like 1,000 years. They're half falling apart, and they're like, wow, what were these people doing? Oh, they fucked up just like the ones before them. They messed up and they messed up and they messed up. So when is it that we are going to finally be like, okay, you know what? We're no longer going to have amnesia. We're no longer going to be a species with amnesia and get past money, get past ideologies, get past these beliefs and all this messed up stuff that's going on. This psychotic stuff that's going on. Like you look at people like Justin Trudeau and all these people, and it's like they're so, I don't know. Like it's like they're not even human. It's like they're programmed robots that's making thing. It's like, I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you be so unaware? How do you not know what's going on? How can you just it's frustrating. When are people gonna just wake up and be like, oh, okay, life, and stop living in this fantasy world of all these crazy emotions and these weird greed and materialism, and this ego and it's like, oh my God, like, dude, you people are so foolish. You're just so fake and foolish and just dumb. Like you're so like opposed, or you're so like controlled and manipulated by money, and you have so much attachments to all this stuff and all, and it's like, shit, man, we need to get past all that. And if we don't, we're gonna end up like all the other species before us. And I don't know, what is it gonna take? Some guy like me sitting here talking about it? How much of a difference am I gonna make? What's it gonna take? Do we need to form a commune that slowly grows into a more sophisticated thing? And then, like I said, maybe we need to make a big, huge, or maybe not huge, but a big enough city and society is completely different than everything else. Really nice, clean, awesome way of doing everything. And we just set an example for everybody else in the world. And then, like, boom, this is it. And everybody else kind of sees it like, oh, you can live like that. There's no religion. There's no like divisiveness. Everybody's like, hey, how you doing, brother? Like, everyone's nice and healthy and mentally stable, and technology's nice. There's no destruction to the planet. There's no like money, there's no anything. It's just everybody's like living life, being an intelligent species that's just doing everything that they should, and everybody's having fun. Everyone's enjoying everything. Everything's great. There's no like, you must pay for land. You pay me taxes, this and that. I own this. I own that. Control, manipulation, control. It's like, fuck that. Like, let's imagine like a place that we all, like, everyone always imagines like heaven, or like this super sophisticated society out there out in space. Oh, what would it be? Well, if you want to get to that point, you got to drop all your bullshit. So it's really, you ask the question. I'm ready, but when is everybody else going to be ready? Because I can tell you right now, I'm ready. I'm ready to drop all the bullshit. I'm ready to just let everything go and start fresh. We could just like let everything go and just start new. Let's just get on with it. Let's start new and let's build a new way of living. Let's just, like, we all know what we want. We all want to be happy. We all want this awesome reality, this awesome life. Well, let's make it. Like, what are we sitting around waiting for? Are we just gonna stay greedy and only take care of me, and screw the next guy? And when are we gonna come? Well, it seems like it's the beginning of it. Like, what's happening right now in the world, like, people are finally starting to come together and go like, hey, you know what? Like, but there needs to be more. There needs to be more of that. Like the whole being like being love to each other, like giving love to each other, and coming together as unity and having each other's back and being like, hey, and coming together. That's what we need to do. We need to keep doing that and realize like, hey, all we have to do is be nice to each other and take care of one another, and we can make the most awesome society with the most awesome planet with the best technology, not messing everything up, not turning everything into like a scary movie, and have this place like an amazing metropolis, like this just amazing oasis that we live in on this planet Earth. It already is an oasis. It's just we're kind of destroying it and screwing it up. But imagine if we were to just make an amazing oasis. What's it going to take? Well, first of all, what you can do is just make your own life an oasis, smile at everybody you're around, just think better, think about things that you can do to improve your life and improve everyone else's around you. And if those people aren't with the program, maybe get away from them and go around other positive people. Just do whatever you can to make your life better and anyone else around you that you can, and just try to do the best version of yourself. And then, and keep this idea that's circulating right now, where everybody needs to come together and unify and love each other and be compassionate to one another. I think we're on the right path, definitely. I mean, as a whole, as a species, people are beginning to get, better. But it's like, it seems like every time before that happens, some crazy stuff needs to happen. Like some people need to get hurt, some messed up things need to happen. But that's why I'm saying maybe we need something in place where we don't lose appreciation of things. Some type of system where you make sure like people know how to grow food, hands-on, how to kill an animal, what it is to take a life so we can eat it, and to see what life really is and know the core value in things, and to see where our stuff comes from, how you take stuff from the earth and how you morph it into things, and how technology, how 3D printers work, how electricity works, how computers work, like all these things that we can learn, that we can just kind of see. Like there needs to be a place, I think, like where we can appreciate all these things and we don't lose sight of what's going on and being lost in the fray of things. It's just, those are just my thoughts, but I'm trying to come up with a way where we can make the society and the civilization and the way that we do everything better. I'm not. This isn't tinfoil hat stuff. I'm just trying to come up with a way to where we all can enjoy life better. We can all, have an amazing way to do things, and to finally just be like, hey, you know what? We finally got our shit together. Like the Buddha statue dude, where he's just sitting there chilling, having a good time. It makes me wonder, like you look at some of those places in India, like those amazing structures, how beautiful their architecture is, and how it's all made out of one solid piece. And it looks like many pieces to put it together, but it's all carved out of one beautiful piece. These massive places, and it's just so beautiful. And you got those statues sitting around, they all look peaceful and humble, and everybody's like, when are we going to get back to that point? Meditative, we care about one another, we can read each other's minds in a peaceful way, not in a creepy way. Like we know we can like feel each other out, and we're just like hey, like life is good, and it's awesome. We have each other's backs. There's no property tax, gotta pay your rent, gotta owe this guy, and hate and greed and war and tyranny. No, just a nice oasis where everybody takes care of one another, everybody's happy, everyone's healthy. There's nobody breathing down each other's necks. We all have a nice position, a nice thing that we all do. We all have our part. Just a normal society. It's like I can envision it, I can see it, but what's it going to take for us to get there? You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we can get there. I feel like we're on the right track, but, like I said, maybe me talking about this will help. Me talking about it. I don't see anybody else talking about it. When are we gonna get on with it? When are we gonna get on with it? Let's leave all the bullshit behind. Let all this huffing and pussing and all this hissing and pissing and everything that's going on with the government and everything right now. Like, when are we gonna put all this to rest? Just give it up. The whole power struggle thing, the whole countries thing, the whole war thing. Like, my God, when are we just gonna give it up? We're gonna give it up. We're all gonna take care of one another. Like, well, we are. We're joining together. People are unifying again. But I feel like they need a helping hand. Marijuana is great. We need to stay away from alcohol. Okay, I'm not trying to tell people what to do, but the psychedelic age, the second psychedelic age, is upon us. And it's the only way that it'll make people break down those beliefs and those barriers and reconcile with themselves and self-identify and get rid of the ego, and to realize that we are all one and we need to take care of one another, and we need to advance our species so we can survive as a species and not go extinct, or almost go extinct from these crazy cataclysms that happen, these crazy events that happen every 10,000, 12,000 years. We need to take care of one another. We need to make it happen now, okay? Or we're going to be screwed soon once again, and there's going to be remnants left over, just like the other civilizations now. So how about let's not have amnesia anymore, and let's do this. I'm calling out all the intelligent people, all the cool people. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's get on with it. Let's make this an awesome life, awesome new world, awesome new society, awesome new reality. Hey, if this is a freaking simulation, let's make it an awesome one while we're here. At least control whatever aspect of it we can. All right? All right. Peace out, y'all.